Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Senior Moment Show. We're glad you're with us today. My name is Bruce Lee. I am co-hosting along with Sid Roeder, my good friend and co-host. We've been doing this now for a couple minutes.
Over 5 years.
I think
I'm going to have to look back now
it's
again.
6 years, I think.
Is it 6 years now? That's
Anyway.
right. We
kind of just did a squirrel moment there and just looked away. But welcome to the show. We are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group, who Sid will tell us about right now.
Absolutely. We are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group, which is a group of professionals that has dedicated their time and effort to provide information to seniors, their family member, and really anybody who cares. We do so via this radio show. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. Or you can email us at empoweringseniors.cv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, if you have any suggestions for this show, anyone you would like to see us invite, you can also call me personally at 435-512-6406. Well, today we're going to do something a little special, Bruce, because we don't have an outside guest coming in. Bruce has started.
I have news.
Something new. He's got news. So I'll just pass it. Well, maybe for listeners that maybe have not heard you back, why don't we talk just a minute about who Bruce is?
Okay. Well, I'll tell a few things. I'm not from this valley originally. I'm actually from back east. I'm from Maine. I grew up there. I lived there through my teen years until I was 19. Then I moved away. I've been in Utah since 1988. So I'm just 20 years younger than Sid.
Sorry.
Just kidding. I've been here since 1988. We moved to Cache Valley in 1990, and I went to Utah State up here and had a great experience. Really love the area. Loved Utah State. Just a great school. So proud to be an alumni of Utah State, or alumnus, I guess would be more correct, of Utah State, and just had a great experience there and recommend it as a school for people to go to. And we've raised our family here, so we've been here for enough time to raise all of our children who have moved out. And so we're kind of empty nesters now, and that's been a relatively recent event for us. And so we're adjusting to what that looks like in our home and trying to figure that out. It's a little odd. The house is cleaner. We eat less. But we are, we're doing okay there.
That's wonderful. And if you haven't listened in before, Bruce also owns a company called Comfort Care.
Yeah, my professional life. We have a company that we've been running for 7.5 years or so now, and it's called Comfort Care, and we do non-medical home care. And that's a fancy way to say we help people stay home and be safe. And so we really, really, really love doing that. And that's part of, I guess I'll just go ahead and tip my hand now and say what we're doing. That has led to some different things as I've been in the marketplace helping people. Just love to be able to work with people as they're going through some of these struggles. And I don't love that they're going through struggles, but I love to be part of the solution for them, or to give them some solutions and suggestions as they're working through. Most likely they're helping a family member go through the aging process and try to figure out, how to live best at home and deal with that. But one of the things that I've noticed as I've gone into people's homes is a lot of times they're in need of something. They'll need a grab rail for a shower or something like that, or a shower chair, or some piece of equipment that could help them live better at home. And so we haven't be able to do anything about that in the past, but we formed a new company to work in conjunction with Comfort Care. It's a separate company. They're completely separate entities.
So can I ask you a quick question there?
Yeah.
Do you find when you go into people's homes that people aren't even aware that they would fare better if they had certain assistive technologies or things?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they don't know what's available. I think that A lot of times I'll get asked what things are out there that can help them to live more safely. Usually safety is the driver. There's lots of things out there to help with convenience as well. And so it's just kind of another way to help as we are evaluating the situation. It's not unusual for us to come into a home where people live there for years and years and years and years. Perhaps they built the home 40 or 50 years ago, and that's the place they've been in for all that time. And so their life has changed, but it happens so slowly they don't really recognize these changes. And the house that was built 40 or 50 years ago doesn't really accommodate well for maybe some of the things that are going on mobility-wise for people as they're trying to live.
So this new company that you formed, what all are things that you can supply?
Well, let me start with the name.
Okay.
So the company is called RT Med Mobile, and that's kind of a mouthful, but the RT stands for reliable and trustworthy because that's what we want to be. And Med Mobile is for medical mobility. And it really just points to how do we help people be independent in their homes and be safe there. And when we're working with them and see them in those circumstances, how do we just provide more value for them as they, quite frankly, ask us what to do. And so that's what we're trying to do. So there's so many different things that are out there, from mobility devices like walkers and rollators, which are the walkers with wheels and brakes, and there are wheelchairs, there are lift chairs, there's creams and socks, and even the shower handles that I had mentioned kind of at the outset, which is a very, very common thing that people should start with. That's something almost anybody who starts to deal with any type of mobility issue probably ought to have something like that.
Okay, so a quick question there. I mean, do you supply just the item, or do you hook owners up with someone who can install or put together a piece? How does that work?
Our intent is to help them to go through the whole process, not just to tell them what they should get and leave them on their own. That's part of the reason that we wanted to form this organization, so that we could support them through that entire process. And so if they needed something like that, we would help them to arrange either doing it ourselves or help them to arrange it to be installed. If they didn't, we wouldn't make them do that. We're not trying to come in, and we want them to live independently and make their own choices. And so if they need help with it, we'll help them. If they have people that can do that, that's great too.
So we're already coming up on our first break here in a hurry, but I do want to ask you, so is there like a catalog or an online catalog where someone could even look at and maybe see if there are some devices they might want to purchase? Yeah,
we're early in the process, and so that's being developed right now. We have a website. It's rtmedmobile.com. If you go to that right now, depending on when this airs, it might be up with initial information for the site. It might just have our phone number. It really, really is early, but that site will eventually have options for different equipment and those types of things.
Thank you, Bruce. Again, we're coming up on our first break here. This is the Senior Moments Show. Again, we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so at empoweringseniors.info. We're going to take a little break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty.
I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
Did you know that one of the greatest threats to our quality of life is a fall? 1/3 of Americans 65 and older, and 1/2 of those over 80 will fall this year. Many will never be the same again, and some will never return to their homes. This is Bruce at Comfort Care. One of the ways we can help people stay in their home is through our free in-home fall protection survey. Let us help you identify these fall risks. Call us at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moment Show. I'm your host, Sid Roederer. Today, I get to talk to Bruce Lee, my co-host, friend, and accomplice with the Senior Moment Show.
Accomplice, yeah. That's probably a good way to say it.
I think that's an excellent way to say it. So before we got into our first break, we talked a little bit for people that know Bruce. Bruce owns Comfort Care, and he just started a new company. Their name is RT Med Mobile, and I'm going to let you say again what RT stands for.
RT, reliable and trustworthy.
There you go.
That's what we want to be.
That's what you want to be.
Right.
So you supply potential clients with all kinds of assisting items in their household. And we were just learning a little bit. You're working on having your website come up. Hopefully by the time this airs, there will already be some information.
I think it'll be there. And we want to be more than just somebody who hands you a piece of equipment. Part of our mission, if you will, is to be a real resource to help select the right thing. There's so many different options that are out there. Sometimes it can be overwhelming to know what to choose or what's right, or look, here's 15 different versions of a lift chair. Which one should I choose? And it's not just different colors. There's all kinds of different things that can be going on with those things. And why should I have this versus that? Is it worth the money? And we want to be more of a resource in that area to help people, because some of these things can be kind of expensive.
So I bet your background in home care helps there too, because you must have encountered some of these products before and maybe have an idea on why one product might be better for a client than another.
I see it a lot, and I've just given resources out for people to go other places to find them. Quite frankly, one of the problems that I've seen is one of the reasons I get called to come into a home is because they need to be home. And so if I send them to go someplace, they can't always go. And so it's not a great fit for them. And so I wanted to do something where we would come to them. And so one of the things that we're trying to build into the website is a way for people to schedule time. And so if they need somebody to come in and consult with them, that I or somebody can come in and say, spend a few minutes and help them to make some decisions on what's right for them. Again, we're not going to be high pressure. That's not what we're about. We want to help people to make good choices. And just because we come into a home doesn't mean we have to make a sale. We want to be a resource to help people.
And as we've talked about before in the break, if something comes in and needs to be assembled, you might be able to help out with that too, right?
How do you mean assembled?
Well, I don't know how does everything that you sell come in one piece and is ready to roll, or how does that work?
Well, that's a good question. Some things do come in and they need some simple assembly, but most of the stuff is really easy to do. But yeah, even in that circumstance, we would be there to help out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm going to jog your memory a little bit, because I know your head is probably full of all those potential products. But for our listeners, grab bars for the bathroom, I think most people are familiar with those. Then the walkers that are out there. What are some of the products you can think of that are so helpful that you see underused?
Well, I don't know if underused is the right word. I just maybe see opportunities for people to take advantage of some of them. really the grab bars is probably the first place to start. If they don't have something like that, those are easy. Shower chairs are easy. Usually as they're starting to need some of these things, a lift chair is probably somewhere in there, and a lift chair basically helps you stand up. So if you're having some lower body strength issues, that helps you stand up. But we also do things like ramps. And so if for a person who maybe something has changed and now they are, they weren't in a chair before, but now that they are, but their home doesn't accommodate it, anything from something major that would help them to get from their vehicle up to their door, or something very, very simple that might just cover a step or two just to help them or get into their garage or something like that. So we're trying to do, it's a pretty broad offering.
So on some of the more technically difficult items that you sell, do you educate or train people how to use it properly?
Yeah, that's really part of what we want to be able to do. That's where I think there's opportunity to really make a difference. So it's not just, get this, here it is. Yeah. We want, if people are not knowing how to utilize their stuff, or, to be more of a resource to help them to do those things. It's a little bit different model, I think, than maybe other people do. So it's not place an order, have something show up, and then go figure it out. We want to have more hands-on and more of an opportunity for our customers and clients to call us and say, "Hey, what do I do with this?" Or "Can you come look at this?" And we want to be a resource that way too.
So what do you think a typical visit, let's just say maybe more medical needs have arisen, maybe somebody doesn't walk steady anymore, and a daughter or son calls you and says, "Bruce, can you come to us and help us analyze what all we need to put in this house to make it more safe?" How do I visualize your visit?
Well, it's interesting because it's a lot like what I get with Comfort Care when I get a call from a family and they're not quite sure what to do. And so I would say if you are caring for a loved one, or you're a caregiver for someone in your home, and you're looking to improve the environment to create more independence and more mobility, safety, and you're wondering if you have the right environment, and you're wondering, what you might be able to do, then you could call us and we could come and visit with you and talk about maybe some of the opportunities that are there and which devices might be available to help you. And then if you're interested in some of those, then we certainly can get them for you. But you don't have to.
Mm-hmm. What's typically a timeline to be expected? Because I know from my own experience that sometimes you need something super quick. Because maybe you've hurt your foot and you need one of those scooter thingies and nobody in town has one. Is there a way to expedite things when it's a dire need, or how does that work?
Yeah, right now, if you need something today, right this minute, that's probably not our model. We're looking to more help and consult. It's going to take a few days to get something in with order. It's probably a week to a week and a half out to get something. We'll have a few things. We'll have a small showroom area, but our intent really isn't to, my experience with most things these days anyway is as I go in to get whatever I want, they never have what I want anyway, and so I always have to order it. So we're not going to try to pretend to have everything that's under the sun. We want to get the right thing. And so we're probably going to be ordering most of the stuff that people need.
Okay, that sounds good. We're already up to our second break here in a second. Bruce, would you like to share a phone number or the website?
Sure. The website is RT MedMobile, so that's RTMEDMOBILE, and just www.rtmedmobile.com. And our phone number is 435-260-6171.
Thank you, Bruce. Nice to learn about your new business. This is the Senior Moments Show. We're going to take another break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Brian Erickson for the Sunshine Minute. Each day, our nurses, CNAs, cooks and servers, housekeepers, laundry staff, music, recreation therapy teams, office staff, receptionists, and many more arrive around the clock. These heroes show up ready and willing to serve and protect our residents and clients. We are so grateful to our dedicated team. On behalf of the Board of Sunshine Terrace Foundation and our community, thank you to all of our employees for keeping us safe. We bring more to life together.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a pre-arranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts pre-arranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moment Show. I'm your host, Sid Roeder. Today I get to talk to Bruce. He just started a new company. It is called RT Med Mobile. And I'm going to harp on this. So the RT stands for?
Reliable and trustworthy.
So I can't help but feel that there is a trigger story to why you started this company.
Okay, well, if you're going to pull it out of me. Look, I just think that people should be treated in a certain way, and that people that you work with should be reliable and trustworthy. And I had an experience doing something for my mother-in-law who needed some things taken care of, and we had an experience that was different from that. And it just didn't sit well with what I felt like my values were for how we treat the people within the senior community that we serve. I just felt like we could do a better job helping people to have a better experience than the one that I experienced. And so I wanted to take that experience and do something positive with it, and maybe make a positive impact into the community with this. And for that reason, I don't feel like we've got to go out and get every sale. I don't need every client. And I am willing to go visit with people that don't buy from us, because we're trying to do something to help people. And, we need to make sales, and I think that those things will come. But we're going to do it through the value that we provide. Not just because we have the piece of equipment that someone said to get. I find even, I guess, going further than that, if someone leaves the hospital or they're talking to their doctor and they say, well, you should go get this or that, it doesn't necessarily put them in a place where they really know what to do. So they, you should get a lift chair. Well, okay, so what lift chair? And, there's 15 different options, and which one should I get? And is the only differentiator how much this thing costs? Why should I consider this option versus this option? And which one's right for me? My size, my height, my weight, all those things. How do I make this choice? And I want it to be more than look at that one over there.
Yeah. And I mean, I know you well enough that I know that you're extremely service oriented. And this is why we do the radio show, is to provide something to seniors and families. So I'm pretty sure you're going to succeed there. We've talked about the values. Do you see anything else that differentiates you from other companies there in the market?
Well, I would say there are good companies out there that provide services. Again, our focus is trying to be a more personal, in-your-home approach. And so if you're a consumer and you just want to go browse and be left alone and be anonymous in a store, then you don't need us. That's probably not, you could talk with us, and you could be our client, but that's, we're not trying to accomplish that. I think our customers are not quite sure exactly what they need, or there's so many different options, they're not sure what to choose. and they'd like to ask a couple questions from someone who knows about what the options are, what might be best. And we're building a team of professionals that have experience in this industry, so that when you're talking with somebody, you should be getting some information that's useful, and hopefully not just a sales pitch to buy what I have. Because right. I'm not going to sell you what I have, because I probably don't have something. What I want you to have is the right thing. And when you spend the money, which, let's face it, in this industry, a lot of this stuff is pretty expensive. And a lot of times when you buy something, you can't take it back because it's too personal of a device. And so you want to make the right choice. You want to be able to make sure that you spend your money properly.
Right. And in a roundabout way, tell me a little bit how this even ties into the Empowering Seniors Group.
Well, I think that, we just love serving this community. And I know you and I said we want to educate. We don't want to solicit. There's a time to solicit when we're in somebody's home and they're asking a question, but we're not looking to push things on people, but people should know what options are available to them. And hopefully from people that they can trust, and that the people that are serving this population within the community through different businesses and organizations are people that have that value. And so that's what we're trying to do. That's what we try to do here on the radio show, because there are things out there that can help you live better, that can improve your life, improve your quality of life. And sometimes it's a little bit scary to access them because someone's going to push something on you that maybe you don't want.
Absolutely. So we're already coming up on the end of our show, sadly, so I don't want to leave without giving you another opportunity to let us know your website and your phone number.
Sure. So our website is rtmedmobile.com, rtmedmobile, just like it sounds.com. And our phone number is 435-260-6171. Our office is actually being shared with my Comfort Care office, and so we're right there in North Logan. We're 2057 North and 200 East, and so we're local to the Valley, and our reach will really reach into southern Idaho, Rich County, Box Elder. That's really where we want to start, along with of course, Cache County.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you for educating us about your new project here. It sounds exciting. This is the Senior Moment Show. Again, we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, learn how to talk, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com. And the CV stands for Cache Valley. And now we hope you tune in again next week.